from inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida. The Show has an NL East matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Miami Marlins. Joined by my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shabby. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. And getting the start for Miami, Braxton Garrett. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it, and I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Coming up on the first pitch, Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Swing and a ball popped up. Paulie under it. One down. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Not the highest team batting average for this squad. They're down towards the bottom of the league in total hits, and Singy, because of that, they don't score a ton.
Yeah, and Boog, I'm looking for a little better performance out of them today. I mean, if they're going to be dangerous, if they're going to be able to create scoring opportunities, they're going to have to start making some individual adjustments. A lot of players in this lineup probably aren't happy with how they've hit the ball so far. So today's a chance to get something going.
Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still two challenges left for them. Ball to strike.
That's the ball.
What a stop. And they get the out.
Batting third, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
2 outs, base is empty. Trey Turner now. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris.
Ball one.
Right through there for a strike. Next offering is fouled back.
Ball.
Turner checks his swing. Now an appeal to first, and he held up. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground to the left. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out, and the inning is over. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. This is Phillies baseball on the Show Northeast. Back here in Miami, and on the hill, King. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man, not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous. Sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
Kyle Stowers leading things off and takes a strike. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss at 100. Struck him out. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. King He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. This one in the air, center field. And there are 2 outs.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
That's out the corner.
How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. Out of here.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
And a swing and a miss. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the second game of the series. Swing and a ground ball. It's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Stepping in, Graham Pauley. Sat out last night's game, but back in there today. Sliced hard but foul. And a foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Ramirez off of first with 2 away. Off the mark there, and the count is 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. One for the Marlins on the solo shot. It's now 1-0. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Second inning set to go. Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. And a base hit up the middle. And the tying run is on base.
That is it.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
JT Realmuto steps in. That one lifted to left. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
1 out man at first. And now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. Homered last night, added another hit as well. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. Out to center. That's out number 2. Now the third baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Out towards right center field. Snags it on the run. And that's the 3rd out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Connor Norby.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by. Bringing the cheese on that one.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. That
No,
one just
that's a ball.
misses.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. In time to get him, one away in the strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Dylan Beavers, batting with one down, takes a strike. Strike on the inside corner. And that's a strikeout looking. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Christopher Morel stands in now and watches strike one. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that extends the inning. So digging in, Yuri Ruiz. On the ground. They take the force out. That ends the inning. We played 2 innings. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Hey! Ball.
Slow roller to first, Pauly. He steps on the bag. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Now the left fielder, Otto Kemp. And that one wrapped foul. Foul ball there. The 0-2.
Ball.
On the ground at first. And that's just foul. The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Great effort, but no throw. That's an infield single.
That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Schwarber, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. And that one fouled off. The 1-2. Runner takes off. Got him swinging. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Here's Harper now. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time.
Harper.
That clips the zone, and it's 0-1.
Man, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Swings and misses. That's strike 2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
And that misses off the outside edge.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Man at second. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back here in Miami, taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season. Stowers.
Right.
Batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Ball. Inside.
In the air, left field. Kemp on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. Ground ball right side into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes. Here goes the runner. Pitch misses.
That's inside.
Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
When you're trying to swipe a bag against an elite level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump right there. Really nice steal of second base.
Now it's going to be Agustin Ramirez.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
And that one hammered. And it's off the wall, but foul. 1-1 now.
That's a ball.
And that's outside.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
(3-2). That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free
Up next
pass.
for Philadelphia.
And
The right
now
fielder,
it's the cleanup
Adolis
spot for the Phillies.
Garcia.
Adolis Garcia picked up a base hit to center his first time up. The 0-1. Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. Runner on the go. Safe at second with a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Bring him up, says Clyde Washington. That's a strikeout. So now with one away and a man at second. And now it is JT Realmuto. Fly to left his first time.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Man at second.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it. He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Outside. Brandon Marsh in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 3-2 on the way. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Hit on the ground to short. Oh, great stop to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
It's such a great feeling when a team can rely on their shortstop to make a play like that. It builds up confidence for everyone on his team. It might even inspire a few more web gyms before the game is over.
Here we go.
Check swing of the first pitch. Look down to third. Nope, he held back. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Flying around third is Turner. He'll score. It's an RBI single, a big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Next to hit, Edmundo Sosa. Sosa in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. The 0-1.
Ball 1.
To third, Morel. They get the force. That's the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. Back here in Miami, he continues to keep the hitters guessing in this one. Singy, rinse and repeat. An impressive string of outings he's put together.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He's been in command early, and no wonder why this organization raves about him.
Right through there for a strike.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Right side, stop. Throws to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
The batter, number 1.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Connor Norton digs in now. 0 for 1 so far.
Ball.
Fouled off. He was late. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called 3rd strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Beavers in the box now. No balls and a strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Next offering misses. Ball 1. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. That is the inning. And the Marlins. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a bouncer, but it kicks foul. And the lefty with the 0-1. Just missed.
Outside.
Activity in the bullpen. Lake Bacher up and throwing. Fauché getting loose as well. The 1-1. In the air, right field. One up, one down.
Up next for Philadelphia, the left fielder, number 4, Otto.
So up next, Otto Kemp reached on an infield single his first time. Way inside, gets out of the way. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Schwarber, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Check swing, went around. No balls, 2 strikes. Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Halfway home, all even, 1 apiece. Back here at Lone Depot Park, let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
You know, these Marlins need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
That one way inside. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Ruiz at the plate now, and that's strike 1. Ground ball, could be 2. Flips it. There's 1. On to first, safe. So they get 1, but a really nice try there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Go ahead, run on base. Kyle Stowers will hit next. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 1 away. Tie game. Go ahead run. Stands at first. Runner on the move. On the ground to first. And it goes just foul. The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. 99 miles per hour to finish him off. Stowers wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. So the call will stand. 1 challenge remaining for them now. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. 1 for 2. There's the strike. And that one sliced foul. Here's the 0-2.
Oh!
And a foul ball, he stays alive. On the ground, right side. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. So they turn things over to the righty, Blake Bacher.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Harper leading things off and takes a strike. Harper, a former MVP, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Here comes the 0-1. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Andrew Nardi, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Bender also throwing. And a base hit right there. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The bat.
Here's Trey Turner.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Base hit, center field. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. Garcia having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. This one in the air, center field. Brings it in, and there's one down. Go-ahead run on base. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Two on, one out. Liner, caught at second.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
March in the box now, takes strike one. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. His 14th of the year. So, Siggy, let's dive into the numbers, courtesy of... So, 2 down at the plate. Edmundo Sosa. Out there to center. Ruiz settles underneath it. And that is that. Phils get 3 on this long ball. It's now 4-1. Well, we go bottom 6. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. Slice to right, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. The throw to third, and he's out trying for 3.
The triple is arguably the most exciting play in baseball, and the guys worked so hard to get around first, to get around second, to get thrown out at third. Man, you just feel bad for him. On top of that, he was already in scoring position, so you think about how it kind of hurts the team as well.
Now at the plate, Agustin Ramirez. The Phillies leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball.
And they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. In the air to left center. Marsh on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Nothing doing for the Marlins. And this is still. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Ball.
Just missed. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. Strike one. On the ground, right side. Paulie steps on the bag, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Up next for Philadelphia, the left fielder, number 4,
Otto Kemp stands in for the Phillies. On the ground to third. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that's a 1-out single. So back to the top of the order. Now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Here comes the always dangerous Bryce Harper in a big situation. 1 for 3. On the ground to short, could be 2. On to second, they get 1, and that's 2. Back here in Miami, he was lights out in recent outings, and we're seeing much of the same today, Singing.
Yeah, excellent command and an overall confidence out there on the mound. He's not just pitching well, he's setting the tone game after game.
Norby, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8. So digging in, Dylan Beavers. This one smoked out to left. And there's 2 down. Christopher Morel, the next up for the Marlins. And there's a foul ball.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Almost got him. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Ball 2.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Cade Gibson.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
It gets down, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Adolis Garcia getting ready to hit.
Ball.
This one in the air, center field. And there's one away. Here's JT Realmuto. 0 for 3 in this one.
Yo, that's a ball.
Miami's bullpen with some action. Andrew Nardi up and loosening in the pen. Bender also getting ready. The lefty, the 1-0. This one in the air, right field. And that drops foul. The 1-1. Turner runs. There's a ball. And safe. It's a stolen base. Chris, there aren't many players faster than him, and StatCast demonstrates that for us right here.
Yeah, it breaks down the data for us on a close play, and that top speed is about as fast as we've ever seen, Boog, and clearly it was the difference maker on that play.
Man at second. That one outside. They're now 3-1. And ball 4 to a board.
Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder, number 16,
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. He's been a difference maker in this one with what he did back in the 6th.
No doubt, Boog, a huge 3-run homer, and it's one of the key moments in this game.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. Two on, one out.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Started to go after it. Now a look down to third. No swing. The Phils trying to break this one open. And we're at the top of the 8th. On the ground to second. Might be 2. Here's Lopez for 1. Over to first. Safe.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
Sosa up to bat next, lays off for a ball.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Corners are occupied with 2 down. That one hammered, but pulled foul. One and 2 here. Inside and it hit him. And now the bases are loaded. Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. New pitcher for the Marlins, Andrew Nardi.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Lined into right. Base hit. 1 run is in. Now the second run is in. It's a 2-run single, and the lead is up to 5. Here's the left fielder, Otto Kemp. And that is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Chop to the left side. Morel whips it across. They limit the damage here. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now for the Marlins, Esteury Ruiz.
Nope. That's
King
inside.
still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point he wants to finish what he started.
Up the middle, stop. Gets it to first, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. This one in the air. Turner under it. Takes it in for the out. 2 down, base is empty. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And that is that. Back here at Lone Depot Park, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where hits have landed.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
That ball's carrying. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. Kyle Schwarber goes deep. His 23rd of the year, and they add a run. It's 7-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working.
That's a ball.
Powers that fastball out of here.
Harper in the box here lets that one go for a ball. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
The real threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Ruiz going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, he hammered that one to center. Thought it was out of here, but Wynn just absolutely killed it.
One home run shy of 200 for his career.
Oh. You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
And a base hit. And a man aboard. Adolis Garcia, the next to hit. That one fouled hard the other way. Hard liner. 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Anthony Bender.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Turner runs. Throw to second. Save. Man on second, 2 down. Struck him out swinging. That ends the inning.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Joan Duran. And this is appearance number 45. Lopez in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. The 0-1.
Ball.
Duran, a former All-Star, 28 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Line drive, base hit, right field. And the leadoff man aboard. So now it's the four-hole hitter, Agustin Ramirez. That's a little high. And that's ball one. Fought off foul. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Lopez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Stays alive. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Makes the catch, 1 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not
stop. Over to Turner for 1 out. out.
Yeah.
A double play to end it.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. Never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
And a 7-1 finish.
If it's over, it's over. So just don't act like my love wasn't nothing. Like I wasn't the one you was.
Todo esto lo tuve que sudar, yeah, nunca tuve tiempo para dudar. Vicioso me volví adicto a ganar. Tantas W que ya ni sé cómo perder. 100 por 35 no me voy a mudar. Si yo gano todos ganamos, eso es plural. Me dicen el chef que no para de cocinar, porque todo el mundo tiene que comer. Si corono todo vamos a cobrar. Estuve abajo, me patearon, no me voy a olvidar. Firme con mi pie plantado, yo nunca me voy a arrodillar. No te escucho, dilo con el pecho si me vas a hablar. No te escucho, dilo con el pecho, estás hablando con el voz. Estamos saltándonos, aquí los platos dan pa' dos. Si la prendo molotov, estamos aquí, todos los míos están on go. Todos los míos on go. Ellos me ven de frente sonriendo, pero sé que están odiando, ando loco. Todos los míos on go. Todos los míos on go.
Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, the show brings you game 1 of a big 4-game set. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaum. The headline today, the hitting streak he's been on.
Yeah, an impressive streak. Can he keep it going in this one? Feels like there isn't a pitch he can't hit right now. Looking forward to seeing how they deal with him.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, King. Chris, his strikeout rate this year among the best all time.
He's truly one of the elite strikeout pitchers in the league. I mean, strikeouts per 9 off the chart. So the opposing team, they know they have their work cut out for them anytime they're facing this guy or a guy like this that's going to get the swings and misses. Pretty much in a class of his own when it comes to that category.
This one in the air, center field. Marsh under this one. And there's one away. So up next, James Wood.
James Wood.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
Strike 2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 down.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
That one way inside. Hard hit left side. And that's the 3rd out. Phillies coming up to hit, no score. You're watching Phillies baseball on the show. Back at Citizens Bank Park. And on the mound for Washington in this one, Cade Cavalli. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Here's Harper now. Tons of pop. Right now he's third in the National League in homers. On the ground.
That's a foul ball.
And it goes just foul. Marsh gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And a foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. No advance. Good job behind the dish. One out, man at first. Trey Turner at the plate.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Ball. Ball.
There's one. On to first, double play. We played one here in Philadelphia, and there is no score at Citizens Bank Park. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Luis Garcia. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to. Get on top of.
So digging in, Dylan Cruz. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Strike two. King, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Set down on strikes. And K is his third of the game.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
That one fouled off.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high-leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Got him swinging. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Cruz under it. One away. Luis Ariz stands in.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with the knock in this one.
Line drive, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. And here is Sosa to the plate. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
0-1.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like to pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
That's a ball.
That one misses. Ball. And the count is 3-1. Adolis Garcia in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 on, 1 out. And that's fouled off. Second inning here, no score. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Payoff pitch, and they're all loaded up.
That sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Now it's the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Golden opportunity right here. Check swing. Got? Now we'll look down to first. No swing, just held it back there. Swing and a pop-up. That's out number 2.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least 1 run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
JT Realmuto stands in now, looks at that one inside. Swing, and he popped it up. That is the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Fly ball down the line, and no one could get to it. It's a foul ball. Clips the corner. That is strike 2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Top of the third, no score. Ground ball left side.
That ball's
and foul ball.
Ball.
make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with the high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Lyle stands in now and watches strike 1. Good job to fight that one off. Two down, nobody on.
No, that's down. Ball.
Just
that's
off
the
inside corner, and the count is even 2-2. Outside, James Wood in the on-deck circle for the Nats. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat. James Wood now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Nice grab. Goes to second with it, and they get the out. Home half of the third coming up. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the inning, Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies.
Brandon Marsh.
And a foul ball. Marsh, 28 years old. He made his major league debut in 2021. And he was a second-round pick back in 2016. Hard on the ground to first. Chaparro takes it himself. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Here is Bryce Harper. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And that one fouled off. Gets to it with a slide. The flip. And very nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Turner in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Hammered. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
No, that's low. Ball.
Turner runs. Pitches
Ball.
low.
That's low.
And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, it really doesn't matter what the situation is. When a guy like this gets on first, you know he's going to steal second at some point during the at-bat. Nice job to get in the scoring position. The defense probably knew it was coming, but they just couldn't do anything to stop it.
Man at second. Base hit. Flying around third is Turner. He will score, and they take the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Does a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock, you add a run.
And here is Matt Chapman, flied to right his first time.
That missed. That's a ball.
Schwarber off of first with 2 away. Chapman gets a piece there. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Back at Citizens Bank Park, taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season.
You know, these Nationals just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. One up, one down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Garcia batting with one down takes a strike. And that is out of play. The Nationals down by a run. Top half of inning number 4. Swings and misses. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Cruz batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Just
That's
missed.
a ball. Outside.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
99 miles per hour to finish him off. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Now that's smacked to right center. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now it's going to be Edmundo Sosa. This one in the air center field. Lyle under it. And there's one down. Adolis Garcia digs in now. He popped out his first time.
Nope. Ball. Outside. Ball.
Ground ball could be 2. Over to second for 1. And their second double play of the day will end the 4th. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. This one looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The throw to third, and he's out trying for 3. Nasim Nunez digging in for the Nationals.
Yeah!
The Phillies leading by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Stays alive. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Oh, this is deep to left center. Way back there. On its way. Gone. It's his 8th home run of the year. And the Nats have the lead. It's 2-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach.
Tanner, batting with one down, takes a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and 2 away now. So the next lineup turns over. Dalen Lyle getting ready to hit. Pitch misses.
That's
there.
inside. That's a ball.
And that is ball 1. Foul ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Now a chance for James Wood.
Hey.
Strike on the inside corner. And he'll challenge that called strike. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. Lyle leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a ball drilled in the air to center. And that is that. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run homer. Back here in Philadelphia, we head to the bottom of the 5th. JT Realmuto stands in for the Phillies. Now he breaks his back. And they put the tag on him for the out. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the 1st. Swing and a high fly ball. Pretty well struck right field. Going back. This one's going to carry. And it's gone. And we have a tie ball game. It's 2-2. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
So Harper stands in. Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
Oh, it's a really good pass to the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. It's got to find a way. Just let it travel a hair more.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And it gives them the lead in the 5th. It's 3-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Wood takes it in for the out. 2 away. And Kyle Schwarber will come up.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
No, that's up.
Back to the mound. He's got it. Gets him easily. Ends the inning. Back here in Philadelphia. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. C.J. Abrams, the next to hit. Line drive, that's a base hit. And the tying run is on base. And now it's Luis Garcia, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Nope, that's in. Oh, yeah.
Here's the pitch. Run around the goal. And a count 1-2. The Nats with the go-ahead run at the plate. And we're in the top half of the 6th.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. Let's see if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss. Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability.
Pat swings and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Ball, outside.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And now 2-2. Man at first, one away. Runner on the go. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 2-2. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Home run number 15 on the year, and they take the lead. It's 4-3.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results.
Ruiz in the box again, takes a strike.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
That's a ball.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Here's a 2-2. And there's a ball.
That's down.
To the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets it there in time, though. He keeps his composure, and they get the out.
Great job by the second baseman right there. Quick reaction to dive, knock that ball down, and big leaguers just don't panic, not the good ones. He gets up, makes the play, really good throw over to first base. That's the kind of composure that you want to see from a guy in that position.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a foul out of play.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out, and the inning is over. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run homer. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, P.J. Poole.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Movement in the bullpen. Clayton Beater, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Bartland also getting ready. Tenna. Throw short, hops him at first. Can't come up with it. He's safe. Luis Arias now at the plate. He's 2 for 2.
Ball.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. He's got it, and there's one down.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at-bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see it.
Now a rip into left center, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Runner around third. He'll score, and the Phillies tie the game.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Next to hit, Adolis Garcia.
Oh, that's low. That's a ball.
You know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit, it's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Oh, great stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
It's such a great feeling when a team can rely on their shortstop to make a play like that. It builds up confidence for everyone on his team. It might even inspire a few more web gyms before the game is over.
Tied at 4. Strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out. They limit the damage here. Phillies with the run-scoring double. Back at Citizens Bank Park, let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year. Chaparro, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1.
Well, these Nats, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Knee high, that's in for a strike.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
So up next, Jose Tena. And a bunt towards third.
That's foul.
And that's just foul.
That's a ball.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. Tena wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. So the call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Tied at 4. Hit on the ground to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Throw to first in time. And the batter now, Dalen Lyle.
Hey! Ha!
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And that one wrapped foul. High fly ball, right field. And makes the grab. And that's the third out. We're back in a new pitch. Here to start the bottom of the 7th, Clayton Beeter.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
1 down.
Woo. He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Up the middle. What a stop to first. Nicely done for the out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Turner stands
ball.
in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
Got to be down in the zone with that 2-seamer if you're gonna be effective with it.
And that misses.
That's outside.
And
Ball.
now 3-0.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Play made, that ends the inning. Phillies. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Slings to first in time. Here's C.J. Abrams now.
You don't
No,
want to
that
get
missed.
beat by a
That's the ball.
fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Heck one.
All tied up, and we're in the top of the 8th. Can't glove it cleanly. Still fires to first, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Garcia in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Here's 0-1. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Got a change up and a pretty good one too. Outside corner, but he just got extended and put the barrel on it. Showed he has a lot of plate coverage on that swing right there.
The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the ground to third, Chapman. Tosses to first, and that will end the inning. So one left for Washington. On to the bottom. 8th, and now for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber. Fought off foul. Tied at 4. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a key out leading off the bottom of the 8th. Now Matt Chapman at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one.
Ball.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Check
Right
swing.
2.
Went around. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Not close with that one, and it's 2-2. Next pitch
No,
is
that's outside. Ball.
Luis Arias in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And he walked him.
That's ball
and he
four.
heads down
Take your
to
base.
first as a potential go-ahead run after that long AB ends in a walk. So a change being made at first base. Here's the Phillies pinch runner, Alec Bohm. I'm not sure about the reason for this one. He's actually a slower runner. Luis Arias stands in for the Phillies, known for his late inning heroics. And fouled off. Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate, and the runner stays where he is. In the air, right field, Cruz on the move. He's got it, and there are 2 down. Manager out of the dugout now. A new arm into the game, the righty, Gus Varland.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Out of here. And this place is rocking. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 6-4.
That right there is a game changer, and it might end up being the most important swing of the game.
So 2 down. Adolis Garcia will hit next. Foul ball there. gets him to chase after that one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Drew Smith up and loosening in the pen. Parker, the lefty, warming up as well. 2 down, nobody on. Check
What
swing.
you got?
Now we'll look down to first. He did not go around. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. That is the inning. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jesus Luzardo.
He's doing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
That one drilled left field. Back there. Going. Gone!
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
And a base hit right there. And that puts the tying run on base. Next to hit for the Nats, Andres Chaparro. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
There's one. They get the double play and just 1 out to go now. Jose Tena digging in for the Nationals. Luzardo looking for his first save of the year. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The Phils trying to close out a 1-run lead here at the top of the ninth. On the ground to first. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, great start to this 4-game series to get the first one at home, but these players know they've got some work to do because they could easily drop the next 3 if they're not careful. Can't get too comfortable. Get some rest, come back for the next one, and be ready to take game 2.
6-5 the final here today.
Does anybody out there still give a fuck about me? Do you still see what they thought I could be? I gambled away all the loving I ever had. And my cheap one-night romance and always turned bad.